everyone, welcome to Raising Vibrations with myself, Simon. Today, guys, I'm going to be continuing with the Neptune through the houses series. This is the final Neptune in the placement, and this will complete the whole playlist in itself, which is fantastic, to be honest, because it now gives everybody the opportunity to learn about their own astrology through looking at the various playlists that I've created. Okay? All right, so what I'm going to do here firstly is just let you guys know that obviously it's really important that you check out the introduction of Neptune through the houses. It gives a very, very broad perspective on the nature of what Neptune actually symbolizes in the chart, which is really important because obviously when linking it to the house placement, this will correlate to how this is operating, and you can kind of like intuit the nature of the actual symbolic meaning within your chart, okay? So check out that introduction so it gives you more of that clarity, okay? All right, guys, so what we're looking at here when we're seeing Neptune manifest itself through the ninth house is a variety of things. But the main core understanding about Neptune in the ninth house is coming to terms with the nature of one's illusions and delusions about belief systems and philosophies. And then how you can start to integrate back within yourself the spiritual meaning as to why you chose to have Neptune in the ninth house or in Sagittarius. So a little bit about the Neptune and the actual archetype of Neptune itself. Just very clearly, we know that it's the nature of unity, and it's also the nature of separation, or the illusion of it at least. And also about where we project this ultimate meaning into our consciousness or into our reality, and then what happens is through disillusionment, we recognize what the actual reality is versus what we perceived it to be. So when we look at the sign of, and it's also surrender as well, obviously surrendering to a higher sense of purpose that allows us to become more aware of our spiritual nature. So with Neptune in the ninth house, again, we're looking at the archetype of Sagittarius. So Sag in itself will correlate, or Sagittarius ninth house will correlate to the nature of how we are expanding ourselves in our philosophical structure. So the ninth house will reflect to us the nature of how we create a philosophical belief system that allows us to be able to understand the nature of where we exist within the world. Where do I belong? And that belief system defines that. So somebody that really, really has a philosophical truth about, the ocean, and they enjoy the ocean, and this is something what they firmly believe in, you'll find that their location where they live will be by the ocean, right? This is their belief system. They like hot weather, etc. Whereas somebody that might feel that their personal belief system has got to do with living in the city, right? So they like the fast-paced life, etc., etc. This will correlate to the nature of its location, right? Where do I belong, and how do I relate myself to the nature of where I belong? So this is the Sag archetype. So when we have Neptune in the ninth house, we have a myriad of reasons as to why this would be there, but ultimately looking at the relationship to the belief systems that exist in the philosophical structures that exist within our reality. And then you'll come to the point where you'll project into your reality or to belief systems this ultimate meaning about the highest form of metaphysics, this deep, deep truth that exists. And what will happen is that you'll follow these deep truths and you'll formulate your reality, behind that. And you can cause a deep sense of alienation because the nature of your belief systems is so intrinsically complex and deep, yet at the same time, the people around you are not necessarily following that path, creating a separation in which you feel alienated from your environment due to these intense amounts of beliefs. So what's happening here is that you're learning to understand the nature of belief systems and how it operates within the world, but then linking to that more about how you understand this relationship to God, how you understand the relationship to the nature of creation itself, and linking with that experience. But then filtering through all forms of delusions and lies and half-truths and misconceptions and dishonesty. A lot of that will come through that experience where you'll have Neptune in the ninth house, and either you've been massively lied to, there will be a lot of dishonesty, there will be exaggerations, half-truths about the nature of things. And that's only because at the end of the day, what's happening here is that people's security is linked with their beliefs. And if you're challenging that in some way, there will be a possibility in which people will exaggerate, lie, or be dishonest in some way. You're also learning how to purge your own dishonesty to yourself, your own illusions and separatenesses relative to what is right for you. Remember, Sag, the ninth house, will correlate to your truth. So your relationship to your truth, what is naturally right for me. And how do I relate to that natural aspect of myself? And I'm being honest with myself. Am I being honest with the people around me, and so on and so forth? Now, one of the things that's really interesting about the nature of Neptune in the 12th, Neptune in the ninth house, is that you will have sometimes the idea, the need to convince and convert. And the reason why this is the case is because of the nature of searching for your truth and it being so inherently intuitive and also independent. This alienation will cause a sense where your security will be linked with how much you know. And if other people are not recognizing that in some way, this can cause this situation which you need to convert people through convincing them about what your truth is and that their truth is not right, which obviously is a very interesting factor here, because at the end of the day, this comes down to the security in your own beliefs and recognizing that other people's diversity, other people's realities exist as well for themselves, and that you don't need to feel secure in if they believe something differently. So yeah, so that's pretty much the nature of Neptune through the ninth house. I really hope that helped you and cleared some things up for you and allowed you to make sense of the nature of your reality. Obviously, if you're looking for more in-depth readings and such, please check out simonforster.com, guys. And on my website, I've got loads of content over there for you to peruse through. Don't forget to check out all the articles I write with Wake Up World. The description's in the link below, guys. And lastly, check the Facebook page. And, if you enjoyed this content, hit the like and subscribe button. Okay? All right, guys, fantastic. Well, I hope that you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.